Hi there, AQR students. We're looking at Student Activity Sheet 5, a cool tool. So it starts off here talking about Vanessa. Vanessa is a financial planner specializing in retirement savings. She realizes the importance of using mathematical formulas and the appropriate tools to help her clients understand the reasoning behind the advice she is giving. One of her favorite tools is a time value of money TVM calculator. So when it talks about a cool tool here, that is our cool tool that we're going to learn about in this activity, TVM calculator. In Student Activity Sheet 4, the last assignment we had, you met Josephine. Josephine, one of Vanessa's clients who wanted to retire with $1 million in savings. So you've already worked out number one, basically. You did that in the last lesson. We said that her future value, she wants to end up with $1 million. It's going to take, in 50 years when she retires, she wants to have $1 million. You probably had 3% here for your decimal, for your interest rate. So I used, just to be different and knowing that no one else would choose this, I used 6.159%. Okay. What we were looking for was the present value. What's the principal she needs now? Number of compounding periods per year. You probably either used 4 if you thought about quarterly, or you used 12 for monthly. I did daily, 365 times a year. And when I did all this stuff, I ended up with 45,000. She needed, present value, she needed 45,994.17. Now that's probably a whole lot less than what y'all got in the last activity. You probably got something more like $200,000 to $300,000 instead of less than 50. Okay? You probably had $200-something thousand, right? And that's fine. That's good. That's what you should have gotten. All right? It all depends. It's going to depend on what interest rate you use and also how many times you compound per year. Okay? So we're going to do the same sort of thing, but without having to use, plug into any kind of formula. We're going to use what's called a TVM calculator. All right, so if we go to number 2 here, identify the values in Josephine's situation for each variable that the TVM calculator uses. Now, different TVM calculators use different things. What they have here is what we would be using in a TI-84, which we would have in class, and I could show you exactly how we did that. But we don't have the TI-84s at home, at least y'all don't. And so it's going to be a little bit different. We will still need your annual interest rate. So again, I use 6.159%. Okay, whatever, you probably use 3% or something around there. We're trying to figure out what the present value is. We're not going to have any payment here. The future value was $1 million. Okay, we didn't have payments, so we don't need to worry about that. Compoundings per year, yours is probably 4 for quarterly or 12 for monthly. Again, I use 365. And then the other thing we're going to need is number of years, which is going to be 50. On the calculators, they actually do ask for this capital N, which is the number of compounding periods times the time of investment. And different TVM calculators are going to work slightly differently. All right? So the best one I have found, the best TVM calculator for our purposes, there's lots of them out there. If you Google TVM calculators, you're going to see lots of stuff. But the best one for our purposes that I've seen is grunderware.com. GRUNDERWARE.com. Pause the video, find that site if you need to, or at least write it down somewhere. Okay? If you go to grunderware.com, you're going to get something that looks like this. This is the grunderware.com site. And you have some things here to fill in. So we're looking for present value. We don't know that. We know our future value. We want it to be $1 million. Let me make sure I have the right number of zeros. I think that's right. My annual interest rate, yours might be 3%. I'm using 6.159%. Number of years, we're going to have 50 years in on this thing. And compoundings per year, periods per year, 4 if you're doing quarterly, 12 if you're doing monthly. I'm doing daily, 365. All right, once you get everything in, you want to figure out what the present value is. We're going to click on the P here. See where my cursor is? I'm going to click on P and it will solve this for me. It will tell me the present value. And the present value is, as I told you on the previous page, $45,994.19. That's exactly what I got when I used the formula. Okay? And you should be getting the number you got when you used the formula for SAS4. All right? So that takes care of number 2 and number 3. Number 4, I'm going to erase all this stuff. So, we're just going to kind of go through 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to use different numbers, but we're going to go through kind of the same process. Number 4, Reginald wants to find the future value of an investment of $6,000. So we're looking for the future value. That's our unknown. That means this must be the present value. Present value is $6,000. We're looking for the future value. Here's our percentage. That's our interest rate. Compounded quarterly, 4 times a year. 35 years. That's everything we need right there. Okay? So I'm going to use different numbers slightly. Instead of 6,000, I'm going to put 7,000. So this will mean my answer will not be what you get. We don't know the future value. My annual interest rate, they said 6.25. I'm going to say 7%. So again, to change it up a little bit, all my numbers I'm using are a little bit higher. Instead of 35 years, I'm going to say 40 years. And I will use, it does say quarterly, I'll use quarterly 4 times per year. Once we have everything in, we click on F, and that will tell us the future value of the $7,000 in 40 years. And in 40 years, the $7,000 has now grown to about $112,000. All right, so much, much bigger than it was before. Okay, it has really gotten a lot more because it is a long time, 40 years, and also it's going at 7%, which is a nice interest rate. All right. Let's look at number 5. Okay, number 5 says Hilda wants to have 10,000, so that's her future value. She wants to have that in 10 years. In 10 years, that's the time. She wants 10,000, that's our future value. After investing in an account that earns 3.6% compounded monthly, interest rate, monthly 12 times a year. There's everything we need. We want to find the present value. Okay? So the future value is 10,000. I'm going to put 8,000. This time I'm going to go under all these. 3.6%, I'm going to put 3%. For 10 years, I'll put 8 years. And I will leave periods per year. It says monthly, so I will use 12 there for monthly. And then I want the present value, and the present value is $6,294.91. Again, your numbers will be different because I changed all the numbers, but you know, it should be in that vicinity. Okay? If you're getting like 62,000, something's wrong there. All right. Last one you're going to do on this is number 6. Let's erase what's in here real quick. Clear. All right, number 6. Juan wants to invest $1,250, that's our present value, in an account that earns 2.34% interest, that's our interest rate, compounded monthly, 12 times a year. How many years, this time we're looking for the number of years, it will take to have a value of 5,000. Okay, so 5,000 is our future value. So, going back to the present value here, $1,250. Well, actually, I want to change that up. So let's put $1,500. $1,500. And my future value is not 5,000. I'll make it 6,000. And the annual interest rate, 2.34. I'll make it 3%. 3%. I'm looking for the number of years, and it is monthly, so I'll say 12 times per year. And now I'm just going to solve for the N. I'm going to click on the N to solve for that, and I got 46.27. So again, your answer probably will be in that vicinity. Okay? I hope this wasn't too bad. This should be pretty easy for you, I think. Grunderware.com, check it out, fiddle with it, see what answers you get. I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a nice Easter weekend. I will be talking to you soon. Let me know if you have any questions through email. Bye-bye.